I especially want to thank all the Amarias out there who makes time to feed all of us sumptuous meals as always, especially in this season. Amaria, mungode. You know, what amazes me though is how they manage to keep the meals taste on point, especially when it gets finished, right? Long after 4 a.m. and they have to cook more. Well, I tasted a meal of an America this season, I tell you, it was so good. I couldn't help but invite Fentio, my colleague here at Citi. He turned down my invitation, however. But I insisted until I had a rude awakening. I had completely lost sight of the season. You know, but 2 lessons from this story. 1, mothers are amazing. Well, most mothers are amazing like mine. They will do anything to fill our stomachs even when theirs is empty. 2, it's important to know the time and seasons to do good. You don't go proposing to marriage to a lady while she is battling a runny stomach in her own father's house. I mean, that would be so wrong, right? All these are why Ghanaians have taken the CID boss from the gutters to the cleaners. I am Caleb Kudah and this is BackPage, your new satirical show on Citi TV. Stay with me as I attempt to explain to you why you should be celebrating our mother in the criminal investigative seat of our most efficient public institution in Ghana, the Ghana Police Service. Welcome back, everybody. Now let's settle for details, right? Perhaps Ghana's fastest risen CID boss these days. COP Mamiya Tiwadodanka. Well, she chose to present a grievous gift of hope to a grieving mother and her children a day to Mother's Day.
Anya nsam nyina na metimi aka e wa fidie so. De metimi aka pa de se yekuso ayeye ho adwuma. Obi a se oboa bia wom. Obi a logistics ahia ewum. Sidia na me beka asa no we na me pese me ma enkranhye hope. So yes say enya ade a ya da na mom no ye move forward from when na ye word dada no. Maybe either say enipa antiase ye e na omoje ma no si bone.
What? Okay, wait. I mean, for the avoidance of doubt, right? This is what the CID boss said earlier.
The kidnapping of the 3 ladies from Takrady. Together with the BNI, we've worked very well and currently we know where the girls are. I am unable to give the details because we don't want to compromise their safety. We are working hard together with other stakeholders so that these girls are brought back home safely. The assurance to the family is that they should keep on keeping on. The ladies, we know where they are and they are safe. So very soon, they will be brought back home and they will go back to their family.
Okay, this is our 22nd episode of BackPage since we started. I know it feels like we've been here forever, but yeah. I must confess that this is the most difficult story I have come across for this show so far. Hey! Tiwa. Tiwa. You will do then our enemies will get us. Eh? No, but true for God, Tiwa, the way people have given it to us, no,
I'm one of many who have had cause to question the credibility of the leadership of the CID. Because I've said here that we've had very professional CID bosses. I've mentioned Aga in the 80s. He was CID boss for almost 8-9 years. I've mentioned Kobna. I've mentioned Betum Kwansen. I've mentioned Frank Edupuku. And I'm saying that we could have had better leadership in the CID than what we have now. And I'm wondering why what the IGP is waiting for in keep. Because see, there are 2 key institutions within the police service whose core functions and mandates are very central to police operations in Ghana. It's the CID and the Operations Department and the Operations Department. And so far, they've had the poorest leadership we've ever had in a very long time.
Charlie, poor so you see, so the people they finish me. But look, I don't know what you think or how you feel about this, but I remember one day I embarked on a small intercity journey to visit family. I forgot to tell someone, and I had arrived and all that. I slept off, and people for 1 week, all the momo I sent were returned back to sender. I'm quoting. What was my crime? I left this fellow worried all along as my safety was unknown. I mean, But can you imagine? But I learned my lessons, My account brothers say, Nipa yede, and so I'm running them. I hope I got it right. I mean, which means human beings are sumptuous, but we don't devour them. Look, even if your dog or goat went missing for a day, you would invest your all to find it. But these are girls. These are human beings. These are Ghanaians. Are they alive? What are they eating? Where are they sleeping? Who are they eating with? Who? Where? How? I mean, for nearly 300 days, they are kidnapped. And our head of CID comes to say, actually, I am sorry, I was lying when I said we have found them. In fact, I came to lie to you to give you hope. Were you really serious? I mean, you broke the internet. I hope you're aware. The part that killed me cry is when she said they collect my mouth to stand wrong. Wait, you actually had the presence of mind to laugh on top. Like, she was even laughing. Hey, Tiwa. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how did we cook it and it didn't cooking? How? Like, how? I mean, how? Yeah? And honestly, being Ghanaian is hard. And loving Ghana can be really tough. We turn our backs against dead goats and their plantations of unbridled corruption. Now we have self-styled purveyors of rule of law, and we are wallowing in the crevices of lawlessness and indiscipline, lying prostrate at the feet of Helena and Aisha Huan, and someone whose job supposedly makes him a vanguard of the conscience of this nation becomes a surety for vampires sucking the blood of the nation to the last pint. Where did we pass? And well, thing is, in less than 90 days, our friend, his appearship, will finally retire. Did I hear someone say, you did it? Hey, you people are mean. Anyway, this will be his third rite of passage into retirement. Who takes over from him? Well, the Ghanaian people say, knowing the Ghanaian president and his love for legacies, they won't be surprised if the president chooses to leave behind another legacy. Like, under my watch as a president, I placed Glory, Sophie, and Mami at the top of their field in my government, which means we have a Kufu, and Adadankwa. Well, His Excellency the President has critics to prove wrong.
The President, when children are being kidnapped, when your CID boss says she knows exactly where the children are, and she's still not producing them, she's giving us a different language, as if she was speaking Greek, when she was addressing the whole nation and the world. That should be something that the president should tell her that, you know what? Bring the girls, sure, go bring them. Mr. President, shame all of us who are saying that your CID boss lied, but we are holding her to her words. Ask her to bring back our girls.
But guess what? Her stewardship says, Nana Ekufuado. Mami Sadia.
Senyankopon kase ene me na me meya. Adwuma na nyankwa na wo ye, woni nkofo na ye. Enti no, nyame ama metimi adi Director General CID from October 17 abeti se ansa na no na me ye Director General abedi akire. Sebi metimi aye adwuma bebre. Enti se yese me nkom animu a it means say the will of God. And if it is the will of God, that is what will happen. I don't see why America say, oh, young poor people from. What has the person got? I mean,
what has the person got? I mean, the person probably didn't lie to a grieving mother whose kids are kidnapped and said, I was giving you hope. I mean, well, I hear Madam has published a book already, and but even if the president doesn't take or fall for Dr. Hadabisiu's challenge, he may want to consider amending the laws so presidents don't have IGPs in their pockets, as I heard a market woman say the other day, right? But hey, dear IGP, I mean the outgoing one, your appeal to ship, I have a plan for you. You see how people have been wondering what your legacies will be when you finally leave? That thing troubles me. So there is this campaign here. I think you can jump on and claim some funds. Look.
This is our problem, because it's always the other person who is involved in an accident. We read in the news, we tell the stories. It's always another guy, a gentleman age so and so, a woman age so and so. Very soon it will be coming closer to you. That gentleman age so and so may end up becoming your son, may end up becoming your daughter, this is how close it can get. And we are thinking that it's a bit too uncomfortable. And that's why we are calling the attention of the enforcers of the law, particularly the Inspector General of Police, because the buck stops on his desk.
IGP, can you imagine what we saw when we launched the hashtag War Against Indiscipline campaign? Charlie, show them that thing. Show them. Policeman sitting on Okada. In fact, he's the second passenger on the same motorbike. The best part of this picture for me is the fact that the policeman is the only person without a helmet. Actually, he had one. He was holding his own while the civilians were wearing theirs. Isn't that so cool? And the lawlessness, Dr. Baumia, actually, you are there, right? I know you're watching. You know, I heard you are the head of the police council. You really need to do something before people say this picture is a reflection of the state of security in the country. I mean, police officers joining lawbreakers to break the law. And they, go the extra mile to break the law the most. Well, some say we never do these things. Some of the policemen say they never do these things. They never jump red lights, they never sit on Okada, they never abuse sirens, and so on and so forth. Listen to me.
I don't believe that police officers are indisciplined on the road. Maybe, no. To me, I've been driving for some years now, and I don't jump traffic. I make sure that I go through the right channel. If it is green, I move.
But rarely, roads in Ghana have become the epicenter of indiscipline and chaos. You don't get an iota of order on our roads. It's hard to come by. I mean, it's really hard to come by. But there is this policeman who disciplined himself. With his siren, in his V8, etc., etc., he followed the traffic boko. Charlie. Applaudissez to him. That was really good. I mean, like you can see, that's a policeman. That's his car. He has a siren. He's a V8. He's in a V8, and he could just bully everyone and go. But this is what we expect from big men. Not these ones.
Zumi, never nyane kanaban. Onkwana muni nyansa mo penten. Say so be a discipline. Zumi omunyina me nyamo kanaba. Vechom. We for them IGP.
Ghana.
Huh?
You see the impunity on our roads, eh? IGP, I wasn't exaggerating. You see the impunity on our roads. Well, we here are going to work hard on this. So you know, just do your part. I mean, do your job. Get your men in line. Get them doing the job. And for you, the Ghanaian people, we implore you to join the campaign #war against the discipline.
Let's take you on a journey of discovery, the incredible sights, artifacts, music, and adventure. It is what makes life worth living. Our history, the arts, and soul. Art and Soul with Melissa Awad. Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. Only on Citi TV.
Art and soul, art, soul, art and soul, art, yeah, soul, art and soul. Art, soul, art and soul.
Welcome back, everybody. This is BackPage on Citi TV. My name is Caleb Kudah. Okay, so not all was doom and gloom this week. A couple of great tidings came our way, and I really want to share them with you. For example, Ghana dethroned South Africa as the leading exporter of gold. Hooray! I mean, no long things. We have the resources. Do we have the men and women? I mean, Ghanaians who lead in adding value to these resources so we can make the most out of our natural endowments in an environmentally friendly and sustainable manner. Like,
our government is becoming a government for foreigners, either Chinese or Togolese now. You get it? And so
that is how you interpret the ban on fishing?
Oh, that's what it is. That is what it is. Because you see, it is not a bad idea, stricto sensu. However, the implementation, and that's the problem of this government. They claim they had the men. We realize they don't even have boys.
I mean, where did you come from? I mean, Honorable, how do you interrupt a host on his own show like that? Who invited you? Anyway, I have news for you. But first, I hope you are recovering fast. I saw maybe what I say. I did not know anything. I mean, bad news for the NDC and some joy. And it is that the NPP, even though you say they don't even have the boys, so did I hear you right? That they only have boys or they don't even have boys. Bad news for you and your NDC is that the Economic Intelligence Unit, EIU, says the NDC and its John Mahama will lose the 2020 elections. But Mr. George, your party says the prediction is not credible. In 2016, your party discredited a similar prediction only to cruise comfortably to a position in an unprecedented defeat. So keep on keeping on. There is hope for you. Indeed, the EIU says if the NDC can present a coherent opposition and hold the NPP to account on unfulfilled campaign promises, particularly on job creation and industrialization, if I remember, where progress has been generally slow, according to the EIU, then the election could be closely contested. Even that one, Crown, they may be saying that just to give you hope, you know, that they're just giving you hope. So, well, let me move on from the NDC. Before I share a beautiful and impactful story the First Lady is involved in with you, Mr. Sam George was actually referring to this.
Many I got you shown. I mean, I will show. I mean, I'm more than many 20 and show. No more you. Imitate Lebian my Agboasiami. Big be a thing or no penny Agboasiami, me quaffing. Diana, no, at you shown and let Nima Femin. Unless Yanma Koshkan Baffin, Sisabi.
While the fisher folk complain about the hardship that the close season will bring to them, the people of Nanakrom, it's around Adrian Ghana in Accra, say they have been fishing a different kind of fish.
Ada nipa da ni tuna ewa ha. De bia ye nam afi bia e be yi nam. Nti se ehwa ha ne se oman be ye bibio amfa sa bridge we ho a ene 2020.
In fact,
2020.
Na mo block kwan no. O block ya e be affect obia. Say nyo obia na e minister na.
Na yen say yen block enu nti na ma na say ya ye say bia ye wa ha say no yen because usha ha say ye em say yen ka Ghana ho.
That was my head of news there, Vivian Kayaloko, with the people of Nanako. And Kofono say block. You are saying block. Anyway, we can good evening. I mean, you see, basically, the Nanako Bridge is in a very poor state. Anytime it rains, people get drowned, and the residents have to retrieve dead bodies like they catch tuna fish, right? That's why the people of Nanakom are saying, no bridge, no vote. I don't know how long the government will wait before it will do that, maybe getting close to 2020 so that the people can vote for them. But I do not think that, like the people said, they should be dying the way they put it, like tuna. 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 To something a bit more exciting. See this.
Named the Rebecca Ekufado Pediatric and Intensive Care Unit, it consists of 21-bed neonatal intensive care unit and a 20-bed pediatric intensive care unit. The facility replaces the old children's emergency ward, which since its construction in the 1960s has not seen any major renovation despite its outpatient attendance of 30,000 and 6,000 admissions per year. The First Lady has been championing several initiatives aimed at reducing maternal and child mortality. Commissioning the facility, Mrs. Akufo-Addo called on health professionals to undergo training to improve their knowledge on health issues.
Woohoo! That is lovely. I mean, this is very beautiful by every measure. It doesn't matter if you're NDC or CPP. This is beautiful, right? And some Ghanaians say times have changed where First ladies share headpans and outboard motors. Oh, please, you should have added the ambulances too. Others say, where is the money coming from? Some to say, when will the First Lady replicate a similar thing in their regions? For me, I am just asking if we are waiting for the University of Ghana Medical Hospital to rot before a future First Lady will come and mobilize and go and repair and build and do this thing and have their names. Anyway, kudos. That was really lovely. That was beautiful. But Isaac Dugbe, no, I love how much and how much there. The way Navarrete beat him again. Oh my God. Oh, Jabro, no. Before his Golgotha experience, this was Isaac Dugbe.
No, still no. May 11th. Watch me live on ESPN, reclaim my title from Emmanuel Navarrete by a knockout victory. Come early so you don't miss the fight. At my worst, Navarrete could not knock me out. I fit Isaac Dugbe, everybody knows the dangerous Isaac Dugbe.
Look, this is serious. At my worst, he couldn't knock him out. Now that he's fit. Okay, so this is how he entered the ring. See.
So we had last fight.
Isaac Dugbe, originally from Ghana.
I seen him in London when we went over there.
No! We are serious. Okay, so he went in Mexican, this thing, you know. Isaac. Well, this was the hour. He says at his fittest, you know, it's going to show Emmanuel Navarrete some level. This was the hour he was almost knocked out of the ring, literally. Watch.
That body shot. And now chases him down. Dugbe went straight back, and he just paid the price. That is a knockdown scored by Navarrete.
Oh. Is it the last time Emmanuel Navarrete defeated our dear Isaac Dugbe? The way people insulted me, when I talked about it, this year, I wouldn't say anything. Except that when President Akufo-Addo met agitating port workers over the MPS expansion project, right? He gave them some advice that I want you to see. I want to share the advice with my brother.
We're dealing with an important foreign investor in our country, and we, all of us, have to use a lot of this to get what we want.
So, my brother, you need to listen to our advice. When you were winning, the British press, they actually said you are a Ghanaian-born British boxer also. Now that Navarrete has nailed you again, the world has left you to us, all to us. So let me speak Vagbanu so that it will go straight to your heart. Yeah, teach your body. That means that when the rains are beating the gallivanting goat, it finds its way home. Now, we are champion. But you do listen to advice, right? You come back, you bounce back. Hallelujah. Have you heard about the villagization or villagosification of Nima and Mamobi? Oh, you haven't? True. This is everybody's thing. Okay, you listen to Milord. Milord Atachia, listen to Milord.
You see, the Nima people have their own homes. We are aware. So we are not going to dislodge them. What we are going to do, that we are going to build executive flats and housing arrangement for them. And then they will move in free of charge. So we create a better environment for them, and they move in free of charge.
Well, the good people of Nima and Mamobi have been asking some salient questions of the minister. Watch.
If the government could have taken my opinion, he could have go and continue the affordable houses, the one they left after. After that, they will come and start inner city development, because when he left the affordable houses and started inner city development, the next government come, he also leave this one and go and start his own.
Government has just made the announcements like any other announcement without any plan, like making Accra the cleanest city.
We don't need any the estate development. Nah, I don't think that will be possible.
But look, I love the idea of, villagosification of Nima. Let's do this. No. It's time to go, my friends. But before I leave you, I have a riddle. I am a wise man. Once upon a time, I said business is not for the Pope. Who am I? I mean, even though I said business is not for the Pope, I managed to celebrate my birthday, the whole week with some Ghanaian popes, solid Ghanaian popes. Who am I? Send the response to @calebkudah@gmail.com. On Facebook, Caleb Kudah. On Twitter, @Caleb Kudah. Many thanks for watching. Do have a pleasant time. My name is Caleb Kudah. Keep watching Citi TV.